welcome back to another exciting episode. Titillating, I would say, of Grindcast, the official podcast of grindword.com. As always, I'm Matt, and today I'm joined by
Will
and Jason.
Alright, so now we got all that crap out of the way.
So we have some titillating news to go over.
Some titillating news. Miyamoto is sending out photocopies of his dick to all Nintendo fans.
My goodness. About damn time.
It's on a post-it note.
Take from that what you will.
No, he's not doing that. That was for Platinum.
That was
Nintendo
Platinum
Club.
Yeah, Platinum Award.
Platinum Award for Nintendo Club people. No, so we're gonna start here. Fallout 4 was announced. That's coming out, and there was pre-orders you could get for a special edition that had a Pip-Boy in it.
Yep.
Well, that was cool enough, but a fan decided that wasn't the best thing you could do. So he actually built one from the ground up that works exactly like it does in the game. It looks 1-to-1 scale.
First aid to you?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. It's like, it's 1-to-1 in the game and everything. You can look it up. It's on YouTube. I thought that was awesome. And I feel like when the game companies make like the special editions and they, you look at it and it's just like this hunk of fucking molded plastic and you slide your phone into it and this is your Pip-Boy. And they sell those for like hundreds of dollars. And then you got like fans that are just like, yeah, I made this in a weekend. It works just like the real thing.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you fucking get these people, like, have these companies, like, if you want to reach out to your audiences more, being like, we're going to have a contest for the fan who can make the most realistic Pip-Boy, and then we'll buy the blueprints and copyrights off of you. You know, you win this as your prize, and you get cuts of the sales and everything.
Be sweet.
Yeah.
That would be really excellent, but first of all, you need an actually altruistic company that would be willing to do this. Secondly, you would need an altruistic company that's willing to do this, because everybody else right now, they're just like, yeah, we'll give you stuff, but you're going to have to pay, like, 3 times the amount, like, it costs for us to make it, for you to have it.
I see where you're going. I don't know. I just feel like if you got people out there making better versions than the shit you sell to people for an inflated price.
I think for a AAA title like this, I could see that happening because it's going to cost money to do that contest. Everything costs money.
Yeah.
So you do that contest and you bring the person in and then you got to hire engineers to work with him to make it happen or whatever. And so it's going to cost money to do, but you're going to sell a shit ton of these things.
Yep.
You definitely would.
Yeah. I mean,
again, it'd be like if somebody decided to help them fund Silent Hills, you're going to sell a shit ton of copies of it.
I mean, look at Bloodstained.
It would literally be probably the highest selling game ever.
Bloodstained went up 1.5 million on the last day.
Yeah.
And that's because fans wanted it.
Well, when you look across the last 3 major game Kickstarters, Ukulele was high.
Yeah, Ukulele did well.
That was like over 2 million. Then Bloodstain went 5.5 million.
5.5, the highest Kickstarter game.
Is it still, or did Shenmue 3 pass it?
I'm not sure what Shenmue is. I can check
because they raised 3 million in a day on Shenmue.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And I just read the developers that used to work on BioShock that went and made their own game.
Fuck.
The one where you're playing a blind woman.
Yeah, I know. I remember
the time travels.
No time traveling. I can't remember what it's called.
Blind woman, the time travels. You had me. All right.
Perception.
Perception.
It's made by the same people that did the first BioShock and the first Dead Space.
Yep, they just got funded, so they can make that game now. I don't think they did as successfully as some other people have done, but they at least got funded.
They definitely didn't do as well, because honestly, their backer awards were kind of garbage.
Yeah, it was toilet. Yeah. So, I don't know. I think maybe even if you're a AAA company and you want to do something like that, run a Kickstarter for it. You know, you guys want you guys want ultra realistic Pip-Boys, and you want us to get this off of this guy. Do a Kickstarter.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't agree with the idea of a AAA company starting a Kickstarter for a game that they could easily fund themselves.
Oh, I don't mean for the game. I just mean to have that Pip-Boy.
Oh, that too? They can do the same fucking thing. They can fund that themselves. They make tons of fucking money. They want to charge me $60 for a game. They can fucking make their own Pip-Boys.
Well, that's
they
where
can make their own
some
games.
people had a problem with Shenmue 3 because Sony's backing it. But really how Sony's backing it is they're just putting it out there. and they're going to let it be on.
They're
the console.
advertising.
They're basically just advertising. Hey, you guys want this? Go to this Kickstarter. They're not actually putting money into the production.
Yeah.
Right.
And
just
Shenmue is at 3.8 million.
Okay, so it kind of stymied after it got that high. I
Right.
guess.
Yeah.
15 days to go.
But still, it could get close to the Bloodstain level. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So, other game news that I found, Minecraft, still relevant in the news, I guess. They're going to start doing a story mode for the game, and the story mode is going to be written by Telltale Studios.
See, that's a good move.
And if people who don't know, Telltale Studios did The Wolf Among Us. They did the Walking Dead series, the good Walking Dead series. The one that was all the cartoon and like comic book drawn.
Not the one with Daryl Dixon and Merle Dixon, and it was a first-person shooter. It was terrible.
Merle. Daryl looking for his brother Merle, and yeah, it was terrible. That game was broken beyond belief. You want to see some of the funniest Let's Plays? It's like, just watch people trying to play that fucking game. It was terrible. They find, like, I remember seeing one, like, the guy jumped off a roof, landed behind a giant pile of zombies. Not one of them turned around and tried to attack him. They all just stood there like,
why would they? It wasn't programmed.
Yeah. And he was just like fucking assassinate killing them all the way down across the street till he got to the building across from him. It was ridiculous.
That's fucking excellent.
So, this is cool because I had gotten into Minecraft for a while, and one thing I said right off the bat from playing it, I was like, why is there not a story mode?
That's a question I have, though. What exactly will it be like? Will it be like their other games where it's like choice-based, or is there just like...
See, I kind of wanted to have some kind of a story mode like some of the other games that are Minecraft-ish that have come out, like Stranded Deep and, what the hell was the other one? I can't remember it off the top of my head, right? Ark was one. There was another one where it's all underwater, and it's kind of like Subnautica. That's another. It's like Minecraft underwater. Your ship crashed and you're trying to survive, but they all kind of have like little story arcs going into them. It's like how you have a set amount of time you need to get this kind of thing together, and then you find out that this is happening, and you need to create these tools to help you get there in order to escape and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I think something like that would work. I mean, it's Telltale Studios, so I'm sure they're gonna come up with something good, because, they made a game off of, like, werewolf detectives fighting fairy tale creatures and shit, and it was amazing.
Very good game.
Yeah. They just, like, yanked that one out of their ass, and it was, like, awesome. Fucking great.
They're a good studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is a great idea for Minecraft to do this, and I wouldn't have went anywhere else.
Yeah, but like I said, the idea of, like, would it be the same, like, not much control, and you just, like, pick choices and maybe build some stuff, or is it, like, are there going to be other NPCs? I mean, they added villagers and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how they do this.
I don't know, I guess we'll have to put this in the file of things we look out for and bring up every now and then. Put this next to Amiibos.
Yeah.
Check.
So is Notch still involved with that, or is he still... Like,
I don't know if he sold off and just lives in his castle full of millions, or I don't
Minecraft
know.
castle.
I would imagine somebody like Notch, considering how into all of it he was, that I don't think he would just sell and leave it alone.
Don't remember.
I mean, he's still being a smug bastard. Every time there's an update, he's like, Hero Brian deleted. He's still putting that in every update and everything, so I don't know. I want to see how this goes, although since I've played Minecraft on the consoles, I probably won't get this till 5 years later. The next, I guess here's one more game topic. So Six Flags is gonna start getting big demo arcade style versions of Street Fighter V in select Six Flags theme parks. Mm-hmm. I think it's funny because I actually haven't seen theme parks do this in a while. Like, the last time I can remember there being any, like, big demo things, and I brought this up before in the past, was when I was at, like, the York Fair and they rolled in the Virtual Boy truck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Truck.
No, it was. It was an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, it was a truck.
Yeah. It was an 18-wheeler and then they just had, like, the thing sitting there on a shelf.
Yep.
And you just, like, stuck your face up to it.
Mm-hmm. Seems like a really, like, '90s movie about the future where they like transport in these things for people to like stick their faces.
Yeah,
into
it was
to
really professionally done. Yeah, but yeah, like I've gone to Hershey Park now for the past maybe 5 or 6 years and stuff. I've never seen them do anything like this.
Who cares about Hershey Park? It's too expensive.
Well, like Six Flags wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they only got Looney Tunes characters, but it's not like the budget world of amusement
There's
parks.
more Six Flags than there are Hershey Parks.
Well, yeah, but that's...
I mean, if this would have been like, they're gonna bring Street Fighter carts to Knoebels, I'd be like, how the fuck did that work?
Oh, that would have been fucking excellent.
Like, how did they get that signed off?
Well, I guess maybe I'm just happy that they're trying to make arcade games relevant again, the newer ones anyway.
Yeah.
A
Because
game like Street Fighter, definitely they should push arcade on it, because that's where it was born. That's where it should live.
And I still like the Street Fighter 2 is still one of my more favorite arcade games to play. Like if I go to
If they have it.
like Timeline Arcade, they have
Timeline,
it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I always stop and play Street Fighter 2 in there. That one I hit up Mortal Kombat, and I always hit up Soul Calibur, the first one.
I play Soul Calibur 2. If they have it, I'll go like Hydro Thunder.
Nah, they don't have Hydro Thunder, I don't think.
But a lot of people don't have it anymore, and
they have the big
like House of the Dead too.
They have the big side-by-side Marvel vs. Capcom 2
Oh,
there.
that one's the best one though.
Mm-hmm. They have that there. But yeah, this would be cool. I want to see them do this again. Start doing this. Like, I'd like to see arcades have a comeback.
Well, like, I know that there's a lot of people that listen to our show that are from our local area here in York. And I'm sure they'll remember when the arcade, right by the food court, I think it was called
Coin-Op.
Coin-Op. I thought it was Champions something at one
Oh, yeah, it was Champions at one time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a champion, it became Coin-Op.
Yeah, when you would go in there would be one main arcade. It was almost like in the middle of the entire
It's where
place.
the AT&T store is now.
And, they would have one big screen, like, multiplayer fighting game set up there, like Marvel vs. Capcom or X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and I believe Super Street Fighter 2.
They had Virtual Fighter on there once.
Yep.
The huge screen thing. I remember back when that was the best when Marvel vs. Capcom came out on that, because it was like it was the pedestal of the buttons and controller, and then it was like the huge ass projection screen was like 5 feet away from you.
Yeah.
And it was just like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. Remember standing in line to play.
Yeah.
That's your quarters up there. You put your quarters up there. That way you knew you were next.
Yep. That's something.
That's the sign right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's like the napkin on the bar when you walk. You put the napkin over your cup when you leave the bar. See, that's something I miss. Like, I loved that back then. Like, who thought you'd ever stand in line to play an arcade game? You know what I mean? Like, and nowadays it's just like instant.
Yeah.
You want it, it's there, and you just play it. And it's just, there's no like gratification for waiting to experience something anymore.
Especially when it's a competitive game.
Yeah.
Like, I remember a few years ago, maybe even longer, at Pocket Change at Park City, there was a Soul Calibur machine where this guy would come in every day at the same time and play. And he has all the high scores, and, like, apparently no one could beat him. Like, people would go up
That's insane.
and challenge him, and he would just sit there and play for hours, and he would never get off because no one could beat him.
Jesus Christ.
I remember hearing about that.
That's cool.
That's the kind of stuff that, like,
Well, I don't know if
you
that's
miss.
cool. I mean, there's kind of a sad side to the whole thing, but
I'm not so concerned with his
But it's like,
personal life.
imagine if you beat that guy.
Yeah, you are now the champion.
only that guy would know, though. That's the thing.
Well,
No,
It's not like WGAL's gonna be walking in. It's like, somebody finally beat him, sir. Sir, interview.
But
Not
everybody
like Ron
in-
Martin's going to show up with a microphone.
Ron Martin's gonna be there. Like, I've been waiting for this smug bastard to get knocked down a peg.
Yeah, but everyone in the
like Ron
arcade
Martin.
is like, yeah, that's the guy
I love
that
your
beat-
mustache.
But the people at the arcade know you beat him, because I've watched him beat like 12 people in a row one day.
Yeah, that guy that has to give change that hates his life's gonna know that.
Well,
I
it would
beat
be like
the
one
other-
of those things in the movies, like you start a fight, nobody's there. Then it's like, oh, you beat him in the first round, and all of a sudden people are showing up to watch.
That first round victory is a real,
but anyway.
Whatever.
that could be a real, Nutbuster. Because you beat him the first round, and it's like, yes, I can do this, and you lose. The next one is
Then
like,
he just looks over at you. It's
fuck.
like, now I'm gonna actually play the game.
Yeah.
You're like, son of a
You
bitch.
just got hustled.
it's like, yeah, because now you,
Yeah, you're like, Ben's like, man, you suck at this. He's like, yeah, I'm terrible. Hey, you want to put $50 on round 2? Do I?
50 fucking bucks. God damn it.
So let's move on to another topic. I'm gonna throw movie stuff in here because there's a couple sad things to announce as far as some movies are coming out. Will showed you had me watch this trailer before we started recording.
I'm here.
Oh, and Jason was here, yeah. But Will brought it to our attention.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Creed. Yes. And I know what you're thinking. Not the band. I wish it was.
I don't think you want to go that far.
Over what it is, I wish it was Creed. This is a movie based on Apollo Creed's son.
Just call it what it is. Rocky 7.
Rocky 7.
Rocky 7. Rocky 5 times 2.
Creed's Revenge.
Plus 2 minus 10.
Yeah, basically...
Creed's Revenge.
The movie's called Creed, which they're trying to play up that, Rocky was just called Rocky.
Yeah.
And basically, it stars
Creed
Michael
7.
B. Jordan
Yeah.
as,
And if you don't know who
Apollo
that,
Creed's son.
yeah, and if you don't know who that is, he's going to be playing the new Johnny Storm. Yeah,
And he's playing Apollo Creed's son. And I guess he's starting to box, and everybody's telling him, "Oh, your dad died in the ring," and blah blah blah. And then the trailer takes you on a ride through urban Philadelphia, so it appeared.
Basically, what they're doing is making Rocky, but urbanized for the modern youth.
And then it gets to the point where you see him there talking about his dad, and he's like, "Your dad, and you guys fought twice, and then you fought another time that wasn't in public." And Sylvester Stallone walks up and he's, "How do you know that?" And he's like, "Because he's my dad."
I fucking love that Sylvester Stallone. Oh, that is excellent.
yeah. He is so beat looking when he's. How do you know about that? I mean, your dad knew about that.
He seems like he's offended by this kid's knowledge.
Yeah, he's just like all pissed off looking when he's talking about it. He's like, God damn it.
And then basically it's just Rocky trains him. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like they rewrote Rocky 5 and just made it like, now it's going to be Apollo Creed's kid.
Yeah.
And you're going to be in the bad part of Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get all the blacks in here to watch this new Rocky film. Yeah, I said it.
You can say it. I'm not going to say it.
That's what they're doing. And
Brought to you by Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry's Rocky 7.
Now, I've got no problem with, movies that are, urban or whatever, but don't take something and change it to be urban to try and revitalize your dying, fuck's it called?
Franchise.
Franchise, thank you. It's in poor taste to me.
I mean, I didn't even see Rocky Balboa
Yeah.
because I was like, no.
Exactly.
When I saw trailers, I was like, God, he looks terrible. Why do I want to see
You
this?
should have died in that movie.
Well, it was close. I mean, for anybody that's didn't see it, I'll just, don't see it. 'Cause you
Ivan
don't need
Drago
to.
comes back from the grave and breaks him.
He comes back as a zombie. And then Mecha Hitler trains him. And
See? This is the type of movie that I would watch. It would be hilarious.
Mecha Hitler and Walt Disney train him.
You must take revenge on Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I can see that now in the trailers. There's just they're sitting there like, you must take revenge. And then it's like the shot where his head's down, he's looking at the sink, putting water on his face, and it just comes up. All the water's for he's like, I must break him. And then for some reason it's like, dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, personally, it doesn't seem like a horrible movie. It might be worth watching simply for the boxing, but I guarantee you, its storyline is going to be exactly what you expect
Yep.
from a Black Rocky movie.
Yep.
He's gonna find the girl.
Explain to me. Like,
There's gonna be a girl that's his love interest. Something bad's gonna happen to her. He now has to do something to make it so that he can help her or save her or whatever. And then in doing that, he almost fucks up his chance at like a big fight. But then he wins the fight.
you know, it's kind of funny. You almost described 8 Mile, but with boxing instead of rap.
So true.
This is what they do. This is what they do with urban movies. Because it's supposed to appeal to the urban youth. And it's stupid. It's really fucking stupid.
Right. Well, there it is. God knows I might have to end up seeing it. I don't want to, but I might have to. For review's sake. Review that movie.
Fred's not gonna watch this.
You could
You never know.
politely decline.
Yes, you can.
You could politely decline. We'll see. This is another movie that I don't know why. They announced that they're going to start making a Monopoly movie.
Gross.
Now, see, I want to know, like, they're going to go the route of, like, Battleship, where it had nothing to do with Battleship.
Yes.
I wonder, like,
It's basically Wolf of Wall Street, and it's just...
I'd watch that with Mr. Moneybags. Yes.
No, I want the trailer to be, like, the fucking guy in, like, the car, and, like, a guy on a horse get him up, and they're, like, at a stop sign, and it's just, like, fucking aliens are coming in.
So you want pixels?
I want cowboys versus aliens in an urban market where they have to buy property in order to stop the aliens from taking over the world.
Oh, this seems like a scenario in someone's, like, updated Monopoly.
So, I bet that's how they pitched it. They come into the office like, all right. You know how we don't have any ideas anymore, right?
Yes.
And, you know, the Hollywood rep, the guy who owns all of Hollywood, he's just like, yeah, totally. I mean, we've made how many sequels and remakes? There's nothing out there. And anytime there's something original, we just shoot it down. And the guy's like, all right, now follow me on this. You know how we made Battleship and it was absolutely horrible? Yeah, all right. Monopoly. It's like, oh, who's going to be in it? Well, of course, Liam Neeson's going to be in it. He already's on for it. We just like Monopoly. He's like, making a movie? Yep, sold. Can I play a ship captain? You certainly can. There is a battleship in the game.
Just drive straight through the streets of Atlantic City.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, I hope it would be something like they would take like a Pixels twist on it, like how they had to like find real life things that would match like the token pieces. So it'd be like the money bag would be like Donald Trump.
God damn it! I don't think we should bring that up, but whatever.
The race car is like Dale Earnhardt.
Who's the dog?
Wait, like Dale
Snoopy
Earnhardt Jr.?
No, the real one.
You mean like the one that's dead?
Yeah, we bring him back. CG it, fuck it.
CG is
Like Ivan
mustache on there.
Drago.
They do a complete the CG scan of his skull. Jeez. Face bump it back on the map, the skin in.
God, they're gonna make him into a car, like in the movie Cars.
Oh,
Yeah, that should be it.
With the voice of Dale Earnhardt.
With the voice of Dale Earnhardt. Just go back in the archives, because you know the race car drivers really talk a lot.
In interviews.
Like grainy interview footage from the 80s.
Back when microphones sucked, so there's all this obvious background noise and shit.
No directional audio at all.
I just don't know what the fuck they're thinking, though. Why make a movie out of Monopoly? Like, maybe if it would have been a documentary, I'd been like, okay, let that pass, because Monopoly actually has a very interesting history.
It does. It got turned down a lot.
Yeah.
You know, this is like, you know, I was thinking they should make a movie about the game of life. They did make a movie called Life, but it was
That was Eddie Murphy.
That was Eddie Murphy and
And that
Martin
was
Lawrence, and they were
hilarious.
really?
Oh, really?
You didn't like that?
Really?
They really did make a movie off of... I didn't even know.
No, it's not about the game.
It's not about the game.
It's just funny.
It's
that
about-
it's life.
It's about them in prison during, what
Yeah.
is it, like 1940s? It's
Yeah, probably.
I didn't even know about this at all. I don't remember
funny.
it.
You'd like it.
But I just
Don't
like...
eat your cornbread.
Oh, I do remember that. It's that big guy's like, you eating that cornbread? I remember that. Okay, yeah, that movie. I wanted to see that, and I never got to. That's the one I keep confusing for Brother Where Art Thou for some reason.
It's a little different. A little bit of a different
I have
cast.
no idea.
Slightly different cast.
Don't ask me why. I don't know why.
Slightly different.
You know what I can't
My
wait for
brain
them to
does
make?
really funny things.
The part cheesy movie.
That would be a really long movie.
Like that's what I mean though. Like what kind of door does this open then?
The Sorry horror film.
I mean, I don't know. Did Battleship open this door? I mean,
It did.
I don't know. I guess it was the first board game based movie I think that I can recall.
Liam Neeson just kicked at the door. He's like, "We're doing board game movies now."
Why would he not?
That's the best Liam Neeson impression I ever heard.
That's him trying to do an American accent.
He's a hard one to do though, so I'll give you kudos for
It
that.
takes a while.
Wasn't really trying, but thank you.
You win best impression on the show. But I just like what the fuck, like a Yahtzee movie, like
Like I said,
fucking shoots and ladders,
I wanna
Candyland.
see the horror version of Sorry, the movie.
It would just be Saw.
Yeah, it would be. Sorry.
That's how it is. I'd like to play a game.
Oh, shit.
And the sorry board drops. It's like, every time you get sorry, I cut off a limb.
Every time you get sorry.
They can make
With
a
the
horror
Pop-O-Matic
movie. They
bubble.
can make a horror movie out of Don't Wake Daddy.
No.
Mousetrap, the horror movie.
I gotta go wash my brain out now. Can you do that? You just pour some shit in your ear, just move your head
Just like
around.
put an earwig in there. Just burrow right through my brain.
Like in that fucking Star Trek movie.
That's how it works.
God damn it.
But one thing I don't think we have written down here, but as far as movies go, I finally saw some information on the Goosebumps movie. We haven't really mentioned this at all yet.
I thought I talked about it, like,
Not on the show.
just
Just
I
in
think we
between us.
mentioned it in passing once.
yeah, because it's gonna be terrible.
Did we?
I don't know.
I think
you want
I
me
may
to go
have
back and listen
Let's
Pull
replay
up the
all
archives.
Let's bring them all up right now.
live recording.
Fucking Jack Black. Oh my god.
So what did you find out?
I just saw pictures of it. Really?
Finally?
Yeah.
He looks so bad.
Yeah.
He should not be our side.
No.
Oh man.
Wait, so
Have you not seen
wait,
the
is it
pictures yet?
about? Is it like a documentary about?
No,
it?
no,
No.
He's playing R.L. Stein, and the things he wrote are coming to life, and it's
God damn it!
Goosebumps.
This is like that fucking horrible movie that Will Ferrell was in about the person that was writing his life. And,
Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah, was that?
I like that
Thompson
movie.
was in that?
yeah, the movie was terrible. Don't even.
It's also kind of a little bit like The Raven with John Cusack.
What the fuck?
That's him as R.L. Stein. He looks
Yeah.
nothing like the man.
Yeah.
And okay,
Yep.
what's happening is he doesn't believe that any of this is real.
He looks like a fat white Jeff Goldblum.
As opposed to the not white Jeff Goldblum.
Skinny
Well, he's
Asian
got a-
Jeff Goldblum.
He's got a little bit of a darker skin to him.
You want? He can't get a tan. You gotta stay pale like Shay.
Always have a tan.
Always.
I want to know what Jeff Goldblum is now.
I don't know. Maybe Samoan.
Samoan Jeff Goldblum.
It's a better picture.
Got the skin tone
Very
of The
Jack
Rock.
Black.
God damn it! He looks like Tom Arnold.
Yes, he does.
He's becoming Tom Arnold.
I retract my previous statement. He looks like Tom Arnold.
Yeah, he's becoming Tom Arnold.
God damn it! Now he's gonna marry Roseanne.
I don't think marrying her now is going to help his career as much as it did Tom Arnold back then.
How did that even work? You know what I mean? Like he marries her, then
Wait,
somebody's
what?
like, no, like he marries Roseanne, and it's just like, oh, well, this guy married her. He has to have a good sense of humor.
They're like, let's give
Like-
him his own TV show.
Yeah.
Let's put him in a bunch of movies.
God damn it! But you know what? They're Monopoly. Go pre-order your
And
tickets now on Fandango.
Jeff Goldblum is a Russian Jew.
He's Russian.
His father was of Russian Jewish descent, and his mother was Austrian and Jewish.
How does that work? Russians are like the whitest people in the world.
They're like porcelain over there.
I know. All they have is snow. All right. Well, now I know, and everybody out there knows. God damn it.
A Russian Jew.
He's a Russian
I
Jew.
thought he was a full-blooded American.
Well, I'm sure he is. He was born in. He was born in Pittsburgh.
So, God damn it. One other thing I'm going to bring up here. I guess we maybe have two other things. I don't know. Chris Farley. They're going to make a documentary. It says it's supposed to be coming out July 31st. It's the last time I read.
Yeah.
I'd like to see this. He was one of my favorite comedians. I loved Tommy Boy and Black Sheep. Like, those were two of his best movies. And then after that, it kind of went downhill. But he had some of the best runs on SNL. Like, some of the skits that he was in with some of the funniest ones. And I stand by my theory that if it wasn't for him, David Spade probably wouldn't have had a career.
Not as good.
He wouldn't have had as successful of a career.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He would have had a career, but no one would have known about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say David Spade, and they'd be like, who the fuck are you talking about?
And I also give Chris Farley a good bit of props for, like, Adam Sandler kind of getting as far as he did, because now you see him, like, after he's run out of ideas, pretty much after Waterboy, it's not funny anymore. It's kind of sad. So it's just kind of like
what Adam Sandler's kind of done, and I'll give him credit for this, is he always uses his friends in his movies.
Yeah.
Like, he always kind of, like, puts guys out there that really were just bit role characters and stuff like that, and he makes sure they always have work, so I'll give him that.
Yeah, but that's it. Like, as long as Adam Sandler still has a production studio, Chris Rock, Kevin James, and, who else do they throw in there all the time? Rob Schneider.
Even, like,
Rob Schneider.
really,
they all have a job.
But
Rob
even the
Schneider's
really bit
constantly
Steve
guys.
Buscemi's always going to have a bit part.
But, like, guys that, like, you don't really know their names, like Peter Dante and Alan Covert.
Yeah, they'll
and,
always have a part.
And there's another guy, too, I can't think
They'll
of his name
always
right
play
now.
somebody that deals weed, or they're
Yeah.
they're a redneck or something.
Yeah.
They'll always have that, or they're gay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now he's got, like, Andy Samberg in a lot of his stuff, too.
Yeah, but see, Andy Samberg still has hope because he's funny. You know,
Which
like,
reminds me, I haven't gotten to see it yet, but I want to. Kung Fury.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that's very good.
I'm sorry, what?
This movie where he plays
I didn't know about this.
he plays a future cop named Kung Fury who has to go back in time to kill the Kung Fuhrer Hitler.
It's a short film.
Yes, they started like a Kickstarter type thing.
Yeah.
This sounds excellent.
It's
by the way.
actually, it's really good.
I really want to see
It
this.
is really good. No, Andy Samberg's doing really well with Brooklyn Nine-Nine and
Yeah.
still doing stuff
Yeah,
with
Brooklyn
Lonely
Nine-Nine's
Island.
funny. Yeah. What's this?
That's the box art for it.
I fucking love that box art.
Yeah.
That is amazing. It was just a T-Rex for no reason at all.
Yep.
You see the one cop is a Triceratops.
There's like fucking Odin over here. The cop's a Triceratops. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
There's like a guy wearing a wolf pelt in his head with a Gatling gun.
That's actually a woman.
Oh, that's a woman?
It's a woman.
Wait. Oh yeah, I guess they are wearing a chest piece. Okay. Well, it's just the way it's drawn. It looked like it was pecs.
She's that buff, bro.
She's that butt. No boobs, just peck.
Yeah.
Her nipples completely receded away from her body.
Yeah. It's sexy. Alright, well, moving on. We'll go to a request topic here. This was brought to me by a fellow friend at work. It was basically, name your favorite live-action superhero. Like that's on TV.
Oh, superhero show?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a tough one. I gotta say, over the past couple months, I've kind of been binge watching Arrow. And I gotta say, it has exceeded every expectation I had.
Now, see, a lot of people argue with me on this because I didn't get very far in it because of this one reason. I hated how every time somebody had some kind of life lesson story to give him, he replies with, "When I was on the island, I had to fight for my own food. I had to fight for my life." So I get it. Something bad happened back there. Can we get past this shit now? Like,
Batman doesn't talk about his parents dying that much.
Yeah, Batman doesn't show up. He's like, "My parents are dead."
I kind of wish he would. It might help him a little bit if he talked about things.
I mean, it's just like Alfred knows. Who else is he going to talk to?
It doesn't really matter at this point. He's doing what he feels he needs
Yeah.
to, and that's beat the shit out of guys and leave them bloody in the streets.
The thing is, there are some spots
True
in Arrow
fact.
where like
Hard life.
he doesn't let them know like, oh, I have to go do this, and then he misses special events and or important meetings and stuff like that because he's back home trying to take over the company, his dad's company, and he misses all these corporate meetings because he's out fighting crime and he can't tell anybody, so he just kind of looks like a loser and like.
Yeah, he just shows up. He's like, "Oh, I got tore up, Mom.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
sorry."
like, oh, wasted, was in jail, and like, you know, it's just like, oh, come on, man. Really? How long are they gonna drag this out? It does pick up after that, though.
I know. I'm planning on getting back into it and watching.
And the guy that plays Deathstroke. Oh my god, I freaking love that character. In that
Well, I
show.
like the very first episode where he's like on the island and he made the signal fire to get off. Like those people were going to pick him up, and they showed the Deathstroke mask there, like on a pitchfork, and I was like, I want to see that. I want to see that fight, and I'm not going to see it till probably 4 seasons later. And then they tease it like every now and then. Deathstroke shows up and he's just got some people, and he's like, he's over there. Go get him. Like, no, you do it. You fight him. That's what everybody wants.
So, which version of the mask do they go with? The like cloth one or the?
It was like
metal
it was
one?
like an actual like motorcycle helmet kind of thing.
Well,
like,
the one on the island, he's wearing like they were Australian freedom fighters, I guess. Him and his partner, and they're wearing masks that kind of like look almost like they're made out of rubber.
Yeah.
But when he comes to Starling City to get his revenge on Oliver,
yeah, it's like a real helmet.
He's wearing like
kinda.
the real helmet, like almost like a welding helmet, almost.
Yeah. It looks badass.
But the guy that plays it, I freaking love his accent. It's just perfect.
His name is.
Well, don't give it away. Don't
Manu
ruin it. For me. I didn't get.
I mean, I'm
there
not going to tell anybody what happens. I'm just saying he comes to Starling City to get back at Oliver.
Now,
later.
one thing on top of, to counter that, I would say is that I think Daredevil has been really good so far, and Daredevil gets to go to those lengths that I wish Arrow could do, because Daredevil is a lot more gritty. It's more gruesome and everything. And that's some of the
really
things
brutal.
because I was like, if you read any of the Arrow comic books back in the day, like, he didn't give a shit about anything. He wasn't like the guy who was like, oh, I don't kill because that's my moral code. And he fucking straight up murdered people. And they kind of, they have to stray away from that. Like, they can't show it in details
they
or anything.
did kind of do it early on where he really was just killing people, and then he like says, oh, I'm not going to kill people anymore.
Right. But I mean, like, it's not as gruesome as it is in Daredevil.
But in Daredevil,
he kills people.
the thing that I really liked about Daredevil, and I was talking to my wife about this, and she agreed with me, is the fact that he's just a regular guy, because he's getting the shit kicked out of him in those early episodes.
This early episode, he's getting the
Like,
shit
he's
beat out
just
of him.
getting destroyed.
Yeah, he
lit up and
almost
stabbed.
He almost died in that that
Where
hallway fight where he just gets
fell
stabbed
into-
and he just
Yes,
kicks the other
yes,
guy.
yes.
Then another guy comes in and stabs him in the back, and
The one where he like falls into that dumpster and gets found by the
yeah, he was almost dead.
That was brutal.
That's that realism that just doesn't
It's
exist
missing
in
from
a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I love Arrow as much as I seem, but I do kind of wish it would have been able to push that envelope a little bit more, because that would have been great.
See, if they went that route with the Dawn of Justice, where it's very gritty and like just brutal violence like that, it will probably be the Batman movie that we really want it to be.
See, I wish Gotham could do that, but
Gotham's had some pretty brutal stuff that they've showed on the air, believe it or not.
I just wish, I don't know, I've heard Gotham's gotten better,
Yeah.
but, because like when I first started watching it, I was like, this is interesting, but it kind of messed up all the characters that I like.
Yeah.
And
Like, I don't understand some of their choices. Like, why is Edward Nygma working for the GCPD?
well, and it's like, and then they also modernized it. I was like, I don't care if people have fucking cell phones or not. I was like, you know what was best about the Batman animated series?
It
was
place-
back in the 50s.
It took place when it's supposed to take place.
Yeah. It took place in an adequate
because
timeline.
they do it kind of like it's modern, but like everything's still kind of Art Deco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It gave you that thing, like, if, like the technologies that Batman had were remarkable because nobody else had them at that kind of time. You know, that's what made him apart from everybody else. But in this one, it's just like, if Batman was around, it's like, oh, I've got my Bat phone. Like, oh, I got this phone here. It tells me exactly where you live. I just like, Batman.
It's just go, hey, Google.
It's like, hey, Siri, where's Batman live? He lives in the Batcave. Would you like me to pull up directions?
Got fucking Apple Maps to like direct you directly to it.
Another show that like nobody really even thinks about anymore is the old Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. I loved that show when I was a kid. Throw that fucking bear.
Yeah, Lou.
I still remember as a
Bill
kid.
Bixby,
I remember as a kid seeing that exact episode, and then like I see them bring it up today as like funny moments and stuff in Hulk's like history, and I'm like, I remember watching that as a kid, and I was just like, that is awesome. He threw a bear.
Yeah.
You know that they still use Lou Ferrigno in the new movies. Mm-hmm. He's the voice.
He's
of the
always
Hulk.
like a security guard too.
No,
Yeah, they had him
ones.
in as a security guard.
He's
but
also
he
the
does
voice of the Hulk.
voiceover.
Yeah.
And some of the was it CG work, whatever?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For,
Dude's still built.
Motion cap.
yeah.
He's still built. I mean, he's probably in his 60s.
That's all he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I saw him on a episode of Comic Book Man, and he like came in because he was in town for something. I guess there was a convention or whatever, and he came in to see the shop, and he's just like jacked, and he's like, yeah, I'm like 63 or something. I'm like, dude, you could probably rip this building down with your bare hands at 63.
He falls asleep on his bench while doing reps.
Yeah. He does push-ups while sleeping. He beat Chuck Norris.
No, but that was a really good show for what it was at the time.
I love that show. I don't really like...
I'm gonna bring up the Tick.
Oh, God. I don't ever remember watching... I don't think I saw an actual episode of the live version of The Tick.
I remember seeing clips, but I mostly remember the cartoon.
What was it? Patrick
watched one episode.
Patrick Warburton. See, that's one of those last names I never... Like, I think that is what it is, but then I think to myself, that sounds so stupid that I can't actually be somebody's last name. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know that's one that they made up for, like, his movie name.
He does a lot of voice work, though.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like...
He's pretty good. I'm pretty sure that's the one that does Brock Sampson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a lot of voiceover.
There's just
He does
some...
Putty.
There's some Hollywood
David
names...
Putty.
Yeah. There's some...
on Rules of Engagement, which lasted for quite a few years. But no, I get what you're saying. It sounds like a name that they gave him. Like his real name is like David Steinwitz or something like that. No, you're Patrick Warburton now.
Well, and there's some Hollywood names that could pass off. Like Michael Keaton would sound like a real person's name. It's like Patrick Warburton. Like,
Yeah.
But you know, Tom, I can't remember what his real name is, but Tom Cruise's original name was not Tom Cruise.
No.
He changed it for movies.
No, they get that a lot.
Yeah. Like Leonardo DiCaprio's agent told him to change his name because it wouldn't work well with American audiences. And he was like, nah, I'm gonna keep my name.
and he never won an Oscar since.
He hasn't. That's one mistake. It ruined his career.
I remember, this is going to ones that aren't so good. I remember the Flash show before the new one.
With the saucer on his head.
Yeah, no. Like, he had the actual, like, Flash costume, the red jumpsuit.
Yeah, it was on CBS in the early 90s.
Yeah, it was terrible. And the funny thing that was great, the thing that I thought was so great. Yeah. The thing that I thought was so great about it was, the guy, when he's not being the Flash, he just looks normal. Mm-hmm. You know? And then he throws on the Flash suit, and it's like muscle suit to the max underneath this fucking thing. And you can tell, like, the suit is just like, it's velour almost sprayed on top of the plastic muscle suit.
Yeah.
Because it looks so terrible.
Yeah.
And, like, when he does the running thing, it's just like, obviously they then put it into, like, a red blur, so they don't have to actually try to motion cap anybody running. But then, like, if he's in still scenes, he's just kind of standing there, and he's, like, very robotic, because he can't move his limbs properly. He's like, I'm the Flash. Look out, evildoers. It's just like, damn, are you okay? Did you have a stroke or something?
Did you guys ever watch, like, Lois and Clark or Smallville?
I remember, I used to watch Lois and Clark religiously.
Smallville.
Never watched any Smallville. Smallville, to me, got kind of, like, too teeny. And I just was like, if I want to see Superman, and that's what I thought back then. I was like, if I want to see Superman, I'd like to see a more serious Superman.
I
and then they made one. And I'm like, I don't want to see that anymore. Change my mind. Change my mind. Get it out of here. See, that's a movie that they should have doomed forward. I'm just going to coin it as a verb. Doom forward. Throw it out.
Hey, I didn't dislike that movie. I will say that. I thought it was alright.
I had one of those moments where, as I'm watching it in the theater, I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good. And then on the drive home, as I thought more about it, it's like, this was a steaming pile of shit.
No, like I said,
I'm here to protect you. Now get out of the way of all the buildings that are crumbling around of it.
True.
He did more damage than Godzilla did.
I
did.
will say this: that movie
should-
took way too long, though.
Oh yeah, it was an hour longer than it needed to be.
There should have been a little bar at the bottom with a dollar symbol, and every time something got destroyed, how much it cost to repair would go.
See, that's why I'm waiting.
totaling it up.
Cinema Sins on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He has a segment where it's like, how much does it cost? And he would total things in real time money as to like what they're destroying, how much the movie would have costed. I'm waiting for that one. Cause it would be insane. Like everything got broken in that movie. His fucking mom's house got destroyed.
Yeah, it certainly did.
Literally, like, both sides of the world were being destroyed at the same time.
Yeah, and what I love in that movie is like when he goes to his mom's house after they destroy everything, he just shows up. He's like, "Mom, you okay?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, well, I gotta go." He's like, you mind getting that car out of the roof? I can't really take care of that myself.
I can't do chores right now. I have to go destroy more buildings. I mean, save the world.
I gotta save the world, Mom.
Well, with that much power,
And
why would
destroy
you not
it?
destroy the world?
Yeah.
And I've said this before, that movie could have been solved in 5 minutes. He shows up, Zod comes down, he's like, "I want the key. I want the codex thing." And he's like, "Alright, just take his little baby carriage up, throw it right into the ship, it would have exploded it, it would have been all done." Because the codex was the thing that ruined everything in the beginning.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have gotten to see the Wayne satellite up in space and LexCorp and all that other shovelware shit so you can know
It
about
would have
Dawn of
saved
Justice.
us. It would have saved us another terrible movie.
Oh, so you think Dawn of Justice is going to be horrible?
It looks like it's going to be terrible.
I feel like it's going to be really boring.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like a whole bunch of build-up.
They're shoehorning way too much shit into this.
Yeah.
So they're shoehorning, but it's going to be a lot of build-up because this is a two-parter. Remember that.
I know,
It's a
I
two-part
know.
movie. And you're not going to get any answers in the first one.
Nope.
It's just going to be like, oh, I'm Batman, this is Superman, and then the movie ends.
This is your cheese sticks. You're not getting your meal until later.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Enjoy this small fry.
God damn. I hate everything nowadays.
Well,
What's up? You want to do a discussion topic? Squeeze that in here? This is one that I came up with. It was just, it might not go that far. It might. As far as like, I guess this pertains mostly to games. Like, it can go with movies too, but do we embrace all these remakes that are getting done of games or movies, or do we just go back to the older versions and enjoy them for what they are? And forget about what they're
I
making.
feel depending on how they do it, because with a game, you can add a bunch of content aside from just, I updated the graphics and made the sound better. You can add new mechanics or new bosses or something to make the game have better longevity and more playable. But a lot of times what they're doing is just updating the graphics and the sound so that it can play better on this new system.
Right.
well, there are times where they go that direction, where they add in the new mechanics and the new stuff to it, and it doesn't feel anything like the original. And I'm going to throw out DuckTales and Mickey's Castle of Illusion into that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they redid the graphics and everything, and you were thinking, like, okay, that's what I want, like maybe a graphical upgrade, and then it played nothing like the original games. And that was what made those games great. It wasn't people like going in, it's like, oh yeah, I want to see DuckTales like Mega Man, It was just like,
DuckTales.
it plays great.
I mean, it was cool. The artwork was cool, and then the voiceover actors was cool. And then I started playing it, and I was like, it just doesn't feel like
It doesn't feel
No.
the same.
the same.
I
at
felt
all.
the same way like when they made Sonic 4. I was like, even though the first episode was decent, the controls felt nowhere near as tight as any Sonic game I
Oh,
played
no,
in the
they
past.
don't. It felt sluggish.
It was slippery and sluggish at the same time, which is very odd. Very
It
amazing
didn't
feat.
feel like Sonic moved like he did in 1, 2, or 3.
No, it's like he's like, I just kind of gotta go fast now.
I don't know why they can't get the physics right. I guess they don't have blast processing anymore.
That's the funny thing. It's like when you say can't get the physics of Sonic right, it's just like go fast. That's all he does. There really isn't any more physics than that.
Sometimes you jump on boxes. Get out
Every
some
now and then
rings.
you gotta do the little like screech to stop yourself. That's it. That's all the physics he's got. He jumps. Whoop. There you go. Like I said, let me make it. I'll do it.
I don't think you will.
Sonic 4, the good edition.
The good edition.
There is one game that I can think of right now off the top of my head that where they change stuff around and it's actually for the better.
Don't steal it.
And that was Castlevania Adventure Rebirth. I just stole yours.
God damn it. Go on, tell them about my selection.
No, since I brought it up, you can discuss it.
Go ahead, do it.
Well, I mean,
Do it together.
They improved on the fact that it doesn't
Phrasing.
feel like he's like walking through molasses. Because when you
Right.
play Castlevania Adventure on the Game Boy, it is horrible.
It's like he's wearing cement shoes the whole time. He's just like,
I was like, they're like, well, he's older, so because the character is supposed to be older, so he can't get around as well as the younger guy.
horse shit.
And I'm just like,
His
no,
knees are blown
It's
out.
just bad programming because if he was that old, he would not survive very long in this world.
Why would he even be bothering going in there?
Because his kids are lazy fucks.
I'm coming, Dracula, you bastard!
It's not like he had. It's not like he had any ulterior motive to become a more powerful being, like Obi-Wan did in the first Star Wars. He knew he was going to die because he'd become more powerful then. Fucking Castlevania, the guy's like, I just gotta get Dracula here because there's nobody else that can kill him but me. And all these kids are like, hey, Grandpa, you need any help? Like, nah, I got it. You guys just play your Nintendo.
Just hand us the whip. We can kill Dracula.
It's fine. Don't anybody worry about me.
See, but so the two of the games that come to mind are The Last of Us and Tomb Raider. Like, literally, when the next-gen consoles came out, those two were ported right away. And they're like, oh, this is the version we wanted to play, but we couldn't because of the limitations from the 360 and the PS3. It's like, no, you could have just done this. You didn't want to.
Yeah, those to me, like, when they're remastering games that are already built in HD quality, I'm not buying it again.
I don't mind the fact that they were already in HD. I don't want a game remastered that came out 5 months ago.
Well, yeah, that too.
Don't remaster that game. I just finished playing it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to buy it again.
Don't put out a collection of all these games that you're remastering in HD and it doesn't work at all.
Stop.
That's a prime example of this.
That's not 343's fault.
I can go back and play Halo 1 through 2, like Halo 1 through 4 on their respected consoles and have no problem playing them whatsoever.
Indeed.
I buy this modernized collection and it took them almost a year later to get it all working.
Again, it's not 343's fault. They're slaves in the Microsoft dungeon.
Yep. Now, this can be debatable by some people, but one game I kind of feel like was pretty good and they changed it around completely. Like, I loved the first Silent Hill. And I thought Silent Hill Shattered Memories actually wasn't that bad. It was kind of an interesting new take on how they did it. And I kind of like how, cause they modernized it. You had a cell phone, and you used that for certain things. It was your map was on there. So it was like you didn't go to a different screen to see your map. I thought that was really cool. But there was the other world in the Shattered Memories and that was just a hunk of shit.
Yeah.
See, and the game itself played pretty well. I mean, there was that part in it where you're going to that old hunting cabin up in the woods and I was like, this is actually kind of creepy. Mm-hmm. Because you're trying to find those audio vlog pieces or whatever, and they make that really creepy static noise. Even if you're like a mile away from them, you just hear it, and it's just trees and nothing else you can see. And it's like, this is creepy, because I'm trained by ear. If I hear that in a Silent Hill game, there's shit near me.
Yep.
It's just, they did it really well. And then how they ended it, it was just like, oh, I didn't see that. That was really cool.
Another game that kept getting it, and I'm sure you know what it is Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
There's 7 versions of Resident Evil 4. It's people cannot get enough of the game. I agree. It's fun. It's a great game.
It's fun, but it's been done to death now.
But, okay, it went to the PS2. PS3. Yep. PS2?
PS2.
PS2.
Yeah,
and
PS2.
they added slightly more stuff. Then it went to 360, added slightly more stuff. Went to the PS.
I think it went to the Wii before it even went to the Wii.
Wii.
Which is
and
actually one of my favorite.
The Wii's the best one, yeah.
And then the 360, then the PS3, and then the PC.
Yep.
How many times
it's on 360 and PS3 now, yeah.
How many times did you make Resident Evil 4?
And the funny thing is I don't know if you can download it on PlayStation's network or not, but I have my copy of it through Resident Evil 6's Collector's Edition.
Yeah, that's a bad game.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. Well,
I hope that gets a remake.
If you like Resident Evil and you were like, I don't know, it's like, buy it now because it's cheap and just play Leon's campaign and then throw the fucking game away.
Throw it away.
Leon's part of it's the only part that feels like Resident Evil, and then just throw it away because you don't want to bother with Chris's campaign. It's trash.
So yeah, we've been talking about games. What about movies? RoboCop should be up there.
Yeah, I think RoboCop. Did I just say RoboCop?
You mean as in like bad remakes?
No, I mean
just
where they nailed
remakes
it.
where
like decent at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
I haven't seen the RoboCop movie, but I kind of feel like it wasn't necessary.
Want to borrow it?
If you don't
I think they did a good job with it.
I did. I mean, yeah, it was a little different. It's going to be. It's a remake. It's a retelling. You know, I know everybody, when they saw pictures of the black thing, they're like, oh, it looks like Batman's suit and it's Robo Batman now.
Yeah,
like,
I heard that a lot.
I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. Everybody's going to be mad about something. But it pretty much followed the main plot line of the first one, if you think about it.
Francis Boddicker shooting his hand off.
No, well, it was.
I needed that scene.
It wasn't R, so you weren't going to get that kind of. No, it was PG-13.
Damn, that's kind of.
So you weren't going to get that kind of stuff in it, which was what made RoboCop pretty famous.
Yeah,
you put it down to it. It was very brutal.
A movie that I felt was a really good remake was Judge Dredd.
Yes,
Dredd.
Yeah,
Dredd was far superior than the first movie.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. That to me is up there in probably my top 10 of comic book movies. Like, that was a fantastic movie. Yes, seriously. It was
the original one was so goddamn silly.
Well, yeah.
You betrayed the law.
I am the Mondesante. That's a great name. Yeah, it is. I want that for my screen name.
That it is.
Gotta buy it off of him.
The Thing.
That's a prequel.
Yeah.
And I liked that movie. It was pretty good.
It was okay, but...
But then you like the CG because it was kind of bad.
Yeah.
CG was really...
It was terrible. I'm like, seriously? They could do the one in the 80s and that shit looked amazing.
It's because it was practical effects.
That's what I'm just saying, though. Like, the special effects look fucking amazing, and then this one, I'm like, I can't believe any of this.
This was made by, like, really poor, like,
I know, it looked like the Asylum did the CG work for the fucking movie.
Yeah, but, like, literally, this was made by, like, basically fans of the movie that were just like...
Which is funny that, like, Universal didn't put any money into it.
They
really.
did.
Just like,
no,
just do it.
They didn't at all.
You can use the name.
And I don't know, like, to me, it very closely mirrored the first movie.
That's the idea.
But I just, like, down to, like, almost the exact same things the first movie went through. They're like, oh, this dog's infected. Throw it in a cage. Oh, the dog's infected. It's changing. Well, we gotta kill it. Find fire extinguishers. Now we gotta make piles of bodies outside and burn them. It was like step by step of the first movie.
Yeah, that's the idea, though.
Have you ever
It was supposed to be like a homage to it.
the original? But
if
it's from another world?
it's a prequel, though, you can't make an homage if it's a prequel. You have to tell a different story of what happened before the other guys got there.
the story of the other camp before they burned it to the ground.
I gotcha. What were you saying?
I was asking if you guys had ever
original
seen
one.
the original. The Thing
Oh,
from another world.
you mean opening, closing doors? Doors, the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen it.
There's one pretty cool part though where he's on that platform walking towards them and they put all the like electricity underneath and they tried to like shock him.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. But for the time, that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
But,
The whole thing is like, I was like, he kind of looks like a Frankenstein monster just with webbed hands.
you know who the actor was that did that, right?
No, who was it?
James Arness, who played Matt
get the fuck
Dillon.
outta here.
Yeah, Matt Dillon for
okay.
30 years on Gunsmoke.
Gotcha.
Spoiler alert for the original Thing. Kurt Russell is the alien at the end of it. They revealed that information in the prequel.
Yay.
Just in case you didn't know. The way they did that is because when the alien transforms into you, it gets rid of all the artificial things. At the end, I can't remember the fucking black guy's name now. God damn it. He still had his earrings. The alien would have gotten rid of those.
Right.
Had he become him.
Gotcha.
Huh.
Interesting.
Another fun fact. The reason why he constantly wore gloves, the black guy I'm spacing on the name, is because he had broken his hand before the shooting and he just acted through it.
It's kind of like when they got the replacement for Lugosi and Dracula, he just had the fucking thing over
Oh,
his
in
face.
Plan 9, like, just basically had Ed Wood's chiropractor do the cape thing.
Simpler times back then.
Yep, true indeed.
I mean, and I think they're talking about making another movie in this franchise, the Escape from franchise.
Yeah.
And another movie that's coming up that is going to happen is It. They're remaking that.
I thought that got canned because the actor said he didn't want to do it anymore.
The producer backed out of it.
Yeah, the producer backed out.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. I think that's in development hell again.
And I'm pretty sure I mentioned this earlier, The Crow.
Yeah.
They're remaking that, and the bad guy, Top Dollar, is going to be played by a woman.
Which, what the hell?
I mean, I don't really give a shit about that if it's still, like, good. I don't know.
Good.
I don't even know if they even announced who's playing the Crow yet, but I remember names they were throwing around.
Zombie
and
Lee.
I'm like, please don't.
No, I think I saw they did pick somebody, but I don't recall right.
Because I remember they were talking about that guy that was in the Hangover movies.
Which one?
The fucking... I'm really having a hard time with names today.
Yeah, all I can think about right now is Zach Galifianakis.
Bradley Cooper?
Bradley Cooper. They were talking about having him play the Crow part.
No.
I was like, he's not that guy.
No, he's not.
No. Like, yeah, okay, he's a well-known actor, but still, that's not...
Don't do that.
You'd be better off doing like they did in the first one and getting somebody that's not that well-known.
I think that's what they did, honestly, but I just don't know off the top of my head.
So, well...
Okay.
I think that kind of much ends that, kind of much.
Kind of much.
God damn it. I think that pretty much ends that...
Oh, it's kind of much better.
There. No, I don't. I apologize to anybody listening to these episodes because I really having a hard brain moment this week. Like, it's fucking, I can't think or speak.
Even that doesn't make any sense. Hard brain moment.
I know.
Your brain had a hard fart, bet on it, and lost.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me this time, but I apologize. It's terrible.
Yeah.
These are the worst episodes I've ever done.
Oh, no.
My life.
I'm sure we've done worse.
Yeah, we probably have. All right. Well, I'll let everybody know where you can find us. You can find us on iTunes. You can get everything sent straight to your phone there, like Will Bacon enjoys every week. Yep, that's your phone. We're on Blueberry.com. We are also on Grindcast.libsyn.com. We are also on GrindedWord.com. We stream the episodes there. You can also get the app, The Podcast Source. We are featured on there. We also have a Facebook page, Facebook.com/GrindedWord. And I think I got it all. The YouTube channel. Yeah, The Grinded Word on YouTube. Go there. Watch our videos. You can see...
Grinded Gaming's.
Yeah, Grinded Gaming's on there. You can see videos for Ballbuster Video, Miserable Movie Mafia, and this podcast, Grindcast. So give us a nice old like and hit that subscribe button to see more of our content. So, also, contest is still going on this month. Heroes Squared.
Heroes Squared.
Heroes Squared, the theme this month.
It's better than Base 2, like Dead Space Base 2.
So, yeah. You guys know I'm actually sending them out now, so fight for it. Get it.
Indeed.
Yes. Rules are pretty much the same as the last time, so everybody knows how to play.
Yep, I still can't win.
Nope, can't win.
I'm like Bob Dole, I can't win.
You get it anyway. You fucking
He
ass.
wants a second one.
Yeah, I want a Terminator head.
He needs a bushel of head.
Bushel of head. God damn it. All right, everybody. Well, hey, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.